Hello and warm welcome to all of you who are coming here for today for the technical dialogue and the adoption of organic certification implementation systems organized by Indo-German Cooperation on Agriculture Market Development. Indo-German Cooperation on Agriculture Market Development is an instrument between Germany and India for the binational exchange on expertise, views, and policies in the context of transformation towards resilient, sustainable food systems. In India, as we all know, we see a notable shift towards sustainable farming practices driven by growing awareness on health and environment among consumers, as well as there's recognition for long-term advantages for farmers. However, we see that there's a complex and sometimes burdensome requirements and procedures on organic certification pose a significant challenge to the growing organic sector. Over the last 2 decades, India has been instrumental in promoting organic farming and implementing the National Program on Organic Production (NPOP) and Participatory Guarantee System (PGS). However, various challenges have circumvented in these areas of production, supply chain management, certification, and adherence towards domestic and export market standards. There are always emerging learnings that we can learn and share, but nationally and internationally, that have the potential to strengthen the organic certification systems in India. And with this context in mind and this background, the Indo-German Cooperation on Agriculture Market Development project, that is the AMD project, intends to organize this technical dialogue for Indian participants to exchange, share, and learn the emerging best practices related to the implementation of organic certification systems. Today, we will go through different speakers. We have first the keynote speaker, Dr. Jay Sakre, a former certification manager in Maharashtra, India. He will speak to us about the current state of adoption of organic certification systems in India, exploring the regulatory framework, certification requirements, and procedures for accessing domestic and export markets. And that will be followed by 3 speakers. First would be Andreas B. Lombardozzi from CertLink Systems from the Pacific Islands. He will share his experience in the Pacific, followed by Dr. Matima Juma from Tanzania, Organic Agriculture Movements in Tanzania, and followed by Devesh Patel from One Gujarat Farmer Producer Co-op in Gujarat. And then we will have some closing remarks from Pratyush ji, the Deputy Team Leader and Agriculture Business Expert in Indo-German AMD project. So I will not take much of this time of this discussion here, and I will very happily give the floor to Dr. Jay Sakre, the former certification manager. But before that, let me quickly introduce him. He is the experienced organic certification and compliance expert for more than 25 years in auditing and sustainability. He has conducted audits across global standards like USDA, NOP, EU Organic, GAS, and IFOAM. His expertise include risk assessment, regulatory compliance, and certification decisions for organic farming and sustainable supply chains. He is passionate about maintaining organic integrity, preventing contamination, and promoting sustainability through audits and trainings. He is also a global organic and sustainability auditor for more than 20 years. So I will now hand the floor to Dr. Jay Sakre to give his keynote topic on the current state of adoption of organic certification systems. Over to you, Dr. Jay. Welcome.
Thank you, Shamika. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you very much for AMD also. So without taking the time, I'm just going to share my presentation. Okay. Hopefully. Yeah, is it visible for everyone? It is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so okay, just Shamika explained very much. She told me, she told about me. Yeah, I'm working in organic sector since the last 20-25 years at national, that's India and international level. I'm basically auditor and I have a lot of experience. I have audited everywhere, Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa. So I have a different kind of experience. Today's topic is current state of adoption of organic certification systems India, exploring the regulatory framework, the certification requirement. Okay, I'm going to restrict myself the first part until certification requirements because I'm working in that sector only, and definitely we will discuss together procedures for accessing domestic and export markets because other experts are also here to discuss on this point. I have only 12 slides and a couple of documents linked. So we are going to discuss quickly. Half an hour is only provided for this, maybe 5 minutes plus or minus. It depends upon Shamika whether she is uh, allowing me or not. Okay. So today's objective of this webinar is like introduction to NPOP. Everyone who is working in India very well aware about this. What is the NPOP? But those are outside of India, abroad, they should have some idea what is the NPOP. Yes, NPOP is the Indian standards, this national standards for export, and we will discuss in detail in further slides. Uh, Understanding grower group certification under NPOP 2024. This is 8th edition. We'll discuss in detail. Understanding the testnet and the role of the testnet in the implementation of NPOP standards. This is very, very much important in India because now the farming and the technology, now it is they are moving together since like July 21 2024 25 now it is implementing. So we'll discuss this trustnet system, then trustnet 2 in detail. First, let us see, this is a face page of NPOP standard, National Program for Organic Production, NPOP. This is 8th edition. If I am too fast, please just someone can tell me, okay, Dr. Jai, you are going very too fast, or it is speed is okay, then I will continue. Uh, National Program for Organic Production, just I would like to mention, they at the right top corner you can say you can see this India Organic logo. Okay. India Organic logo represents the harmony between cosmic and earth forces shown through blue and brown waves. Okay, you can see this blue and brown is in the logo. Green plant growth highlights the balance reflecting nature's purity. There are three leaves, you can see green leaves. Blue symbolism universally at the background of these leaves there is a blue symbol. It is universal purity symbol is universal purity. Golden brown signifies fertile organic soil, and green stands for natural chemical free products. This very beautiful symbol that they have mentioned, everything is clearly uh, explained this logo. So this is a national mark for organic product when it is being exported or when it is sold in domestic market. It is mandatory to put this logo on organic products only. Next slide is let us discuss about some India's agriculture diversification. India diverse agroclimatic conditions and traditional farming offers strong potential for organic production. India comprises 15 agroclimatic zones, okay, spreads across the entire subcontinent from Himalayan region to the coastal islands. If we discuss about this export value, it is now value rose 35%, climbing from like around 500 US 500 million US dollar in financial 23 to 24 to around 650 million US dollars in 24-25. So this is quite a big jump in organic export, because India is like organic export hub for rest of world, basically for Europe and US. Brief history of the NPOP like this. NPOP was launched in 2001 to support organic exports. Before 2001, there were direct EU and NPI certification. Other these foreign certification bodies, they conduct this audit, and it was direct. Before 2001, there was no any standard, but 2001, APEDA has introduced this NPOP standards. Framework for organic regulation initiated by Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. This is very much interesting. Many times it is being asked, okay, this is agriculture standards, then why this Commerce Ministry is involved in this? Okay, but as I earlier told you, these standards are for export only. Okay, there were no any domestic market, domestic standards earlier, until this uh, eighth edition. Okay, in absence of domestic market, NPOP was launched as a domestic market also, but NPOP was basically meant for export market only. National program in 2001, National Program for Organic Production officially launched. APEDA designated as the implementing authority, uh, recognizing by several importing countries under equivalence agreement. So NPOP was recognized by EU standards. Now it is equivalent with Taiwan standards, and still the dialogues are going on to get the equivalency with Australian standards. So NPOP is now getting acceptance, worldwide acceptance with this equivalency. Periodic updates to align with international norms addresses sector challenges. So NPOP standard is now evolving as the other standards are evolving, like EU, the European countries, they have implemented 848 2018. So NPOP is also revised. Now it is 8th edition, and it is launched by 9th January 2025, and it is now being launched with TrustNet system by 21st July 2025. The most interesting thing is that APEDA launched this India's first national level web-based traceability tool for organic exports. We'll discuss this web-based traceability, very, very interesting and very much challenging. And this is the main, what we can say, sorry, topic to discuss today. So in NPOP standard, we directly jump to understand what is the group certification under NPOP 2024. It is 8th edition. I'm going to open this link. Please just update me whether you can see this link on page. Can you see this page?
Yes.
That is certification of grower group.
No, only
Yes.
just your slide showing.
You cannot see this one? Monica, Shamika, your voice is not.
We see your slide, but not the chapter
Link.
5 that you are intending to refer to.
Okay, let me.
It's okay. I think you can describe what is there in that chapter.
Okay, so I think it should be in the recording. So those are going to video. I will share this separately. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
minding the time. Sorry,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have 15 minutes remaining.
Okay, so okay, where's the-
You were saying something, Pratyushji?
I-
yeah, I was just saying that you need to share your screen again because we are not able to see your presentation slides.
Right. I think he was trying to go to some other chapter to show something from the chapter 5 of that document.
yeah, yeah.
But I would suggest, Jay, that you put the slides back and you describe what you wanted to say in that slide. Because I don't
Okay.
think when you click the slide, it comes to the
Okay.
document.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
But I don't know why I lost the screen, meeting screen. I cannot. I can.
Uh, just
You can use the share, the share icon, which is at the center bottom
in green color.
Okay.
in green color. Um,
Okay. So
Another option is that Gajjanji can share the slides for you and you can proceed if that's okay.
yes. Just now it is okay for me.
Guzan, I'm just sharing my screen now.
Okay. Please. Okay. This one. Can you click this previous slide? The link. If it's previous slide. Slide 5. Yeah, this one. Okay, it's okay. Just forget about it. Yes, I'm going to share my presentation again. Let us continue with this. Okay, so chapter
Yeah. That's good.
yeah, yeah. So just forget about this all technology. Sorry.
Who is sharing the screen now?
I'm sharing the screen.
No, no.
Okay.
You just okay. So this chapter 5 states organic certification for procedure for grower groups. The in NPOP standard, the grower group described very well. Grower group is an organized group of farmers who produce organic products and engage in organic production process in accordance with the national standards of organic production, that is NSOP and NPOP with traceability. So requirements for this grower group is as usual, like it is in compliance with IFOM standards and as well as EU 848. The farmers group must be uh, legally registered as a Society Registration Act 1860 or Companies Act 2013 as a farmer producer organization or farmers producers company or any cooperative society. This is very mandatory to get this organic certificate for grower group. Okay, before that, any private limited company or any trader businessman can have a grower group, but now it is not allowed, and it is in compliance with EU 848 2018. Again, geographical, all farmers should be in same village, in same geographical proximity with same farming practices. Farmer group is 25 to maximum 500. As per EU, it is 2000. It is not possible in India. So every group will be in 25, between 25 to 500 farmer members. Uh, farmers having more than 4 hectare can be a part of a grower group, but total land of this 4 and above 4 hectares should not be more than 50%. Should be less than total land of grower groups 50%. The grower group should have internal control system. It is very well described in NPP standards. I think this is the best document in the world to describe this ICS system. IFOM is there, but after IFOM, I can say this is the best document to refer how ICS control system can be established. 100% internal inspection twice a year is mandatory, but other standards saying only one internal inspection per year. But in NPP standard, twice minimum 2 internal inspections per year is required. More than 2 internal inspections is obviously accepted, but minimum 2. This is another strict. In 8th edition NPOP, they have introduced grower group and ICS NPOP procedures. Okay, this is a very new system they have introduced. They have a separate section to get grower group certification procedure. The farmers should be we can say it is KYC. They should be completed their identification with Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Department. They will get a unique ID, and that ID can be used by the grower group, ICS management, to register the farmer in grower group. But this system is not implemented. Therefore, Aadhaar is the basic document to get farmers in the grower group. Aadhaar is mandatory for farmer to as a KYC. Okay. So I'm going very quickly because Shamek already told there are 15 minutes. Internal control system, there is another strict provision they have made. Internal control system, this ICS manager and all staff should be from the same area, and they should be possibly from the same group. Okay, so this ICS or the grower group, if they want to appoint someone as ICS manager or field staff internal inspector, they should be from the same area, not from remote and other areas or other cities or other state. ICS shall formulate internal standards in local language. This is a basic requirement they have already kept, but it is not mandatory. They should maintain this local language standards. Again, there is a strict provision that for the internal inspectors, per 50 to 60 farmer, there should be one internal inspector. Means 500 group will have like minimum 9 to maximum 10 internal inspectors. So minimum 9 internal inspectors and maximum 10 internal inspectors should be appointed by the grower group, that ICS. Before that,
sorry to interrupt, Jay. Just your slides are it's on the same slide still.
Because I'm in on that chapter 5. You cannot see the chapter 5.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Just checking that the slides are on the right time.
Yeah.
And you have now last 10 minutes to go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So these are few important updates from 8th edition. Because there is a time stringent, this will take entire one day if we discuss in detail. I'm just going quickly and this major changes. So another important change, ICS must have an accountant or record keeping manager. Before that, it was not like mandatory, but it is mandatory, and it is very much important to maintain the account section, because previously or this current ICS, they don't have that much records regarding their accounts, how much they spend, how much they purchase, how much they, it is like in gray area. So this is very important thing. Accountant or any record keeper manager should be appointed. Another thing is public information. The ICS and grower group should display entire information 24/7 in their ICS office, including everything: farmer's name, address, and phone number. So this is yeah, very much important to maintain the transparency. So overlapping or one farmer in two groups will not be happen. Again, this grower group shall market the produce as a single entity. This is very which important. Before that, it is not. Yeah, it was the system, but now it is managing through TrustNet. Which farmer? So I'm directly jumping on TrustNet. Okay, so I will skipping this uh, less important things, and I'm going directly jump to this. Is okay. What is TrustNet? So again, it's the same issue. Don't know why. Okay, this RESTnet definition, they have mentioned NPP, a web-based certification cum traceability system implemented by APEDA for use by certification bodies and operators under NPP and monitoring the process certification for export of organic products from India under NPP. This is very, very important system because right from the farmer member from grower group, like we can say farm to fork, it is traceable online. This is great technology what they have introduced. So traceability is now uh, online traceability. We can say anytime one can. It is real-time traceability. It is mandatory for all certification bodies and operators under NPP to operate through TrustNet for inspection and certification. No one can avoid bypass this system. It is mandatory for everyone. The important, if we take this key points from this TrustNet, identifying the risk of through data analytics. So every data will be collected by APEDA, their server, and they can analyze the data. It is real-time monitoring and predictive analytics. So they can dig the data, they can find non-conformities, they can find good things, they can find bad things. It is now online and it is available on one click. They have appointed a data analyst also. So this is what we can say, very good initiative by the APEDA. Again, I will mention the sanctions. Okay, so if something is happen, if it's something going wrong, APEDA, the secretary finds something, so there is a hefty fine for certification body as well as farmers. Okay, maximum 11,600 US dollar, like in 25, 10 lakhs in Indian rupees is fine if proposed if something is found non-compliance. So this is a TrustNet system. Um, 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 uh, Sorry, I am unable to show these documents I am going to share. TrustNet user manual. This TrustNet user manual, they have, if I successful, it is very difficult to explain. This manual shows how to navigate the TrustNet system and how to register the grower group and how to verify the farmers. Everything is online. They have developed they developed app. It is app-based internal inspections. Every internal inspection should have registered in the TrustNet system. They have to download one app, and through that app, every farmers will be verified. Before that, it was just manually. So there were very big gray area. Okay, there were very virtual projects. Okay, very so I think this is another great move by APEDA. So something uh, the farmers and this we can say virtual kind of thing will be definitely controlled because these farmers are verified through app with Aadhaar card and with photo. Uh, so Shamika, it is I prepared very well for this visual manual, but it is very difficult to without share the screen. It is like technical thing.
I think
So
that should be okay. That's not a
yeah, yeah.
problem. You can go with this table or comparison that you had done. That is
Yes,
more
yes,
important,
yes,
I
yes,
believe.
yes, yes. So this TrustNet system is okay. Sorry. something. Okay, we were here now. Challenges in complying with this NPOP real-time online system. This is very much important, and everyone is worrying about how they are going to comply with this online system from remote areas, from where this internet is not available, high-speed internet available. Digital access and literacy. It remains debatable how farmers and grower groups, especially those from less resourceful regions with limited digital exposure, will effectively comply with online system. Because I told this is a entirely online system, entirely online traceability system, and every step has to has registered through app or TrustNet system. While offline data handling options exist, real-time compliance may be difficult for many. Aadhaar integration issue. Aadhaar is a national iCard. We can say it is not a residential card, but it is national card. Compliance could be challenging for farmers whose Aadhaar details are incomplete or outdated. So Aadhaar card is still, it is 18, 20 years. This scheme is introduced. Many Aadhaar cards are outdated, not updated, and this system requires updated Aadhaar card. This is another issue, an integration issue. Human resource availability. There is often a lack of technical trained personnel in remote areas to manage online traceability platforms and ensure consistent data entry and system use. This online system definitely requires some technical exposure, and it is very difficult to get this kind of person in the remote areas of India. So these are few challenges. I have prepared this table like EU 848 and NPOP 8 edition. In EU, maximum 2,000 farmers can be a part of a group, but in India it is 25 to 500 farmers. Members must be farmers, okay, or I'll give aquaculture operators. So the land size is less than 5 hectare. Here it is less than 4 hectare. Okay, and there is a limitation of total land with farmers having land more than 4 hectare. It should not be more than 50% of total land of that group. Geographical scope in member must be in geographical proximity. It is similar in NPOP 8 standard. No issue, there is no difference. Mandatory ICS, yeah. EU 84 is saying ICS is mandatory. This internal control system should be there. It should be in place. NPOP is saying the same thing. Annual internal inspection plus risk-based checks. 5% of annual CB reinspection and 2% sampling and 10% anonymous. In NPOP saying 2 full internal inspections each year for all farmers. That is as per NPOP 8 section. Detailed record on membership list contracts. Same practices in NPOP, so it is complying. It is in line with EU standards. Joint marketing system required. Here is collective marketing under group legal identity. So this is the last time conclusion. This India's NPOP framework empowers organic producers by aligning with domestic certification system with global standards. The 8th edition reflects India's evolving role in organic agriculture and trade, ensuring traceability, accountability, and export readiness. Grow group certification under NPOP enhances the inclusivity, bringing smallholders into the fold with structured ICS protocol. TrustNet serves as the digital backbone, enabling transparent real-time documentation traceability. This is very much important. TrustNet system is very, very much important in implementing NPOP. While challenges like digital literacy and Aadhaar linkage persist, targeted capacity building and infrastructure support can enhance adoption. With informed implementation and strong oversight, NPOP 2024 can significantly boost India's organic credibility in both domestic and international market. So thank you, everyone. So this was a very short. There are a lot of things to discuss, but due to a short time. Okay, I tried to cover everything. Thank you. Thank you, Shamil.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Jay. And thanks for your intervention. Though it was a very, actually, all these documents and technical things are very detailed, but you tried to make it as a comparison also between the EU regulation and the NPOP, so which was very good. And it has really been important to understand the TraceNet and its role in the implementing of NPOP standards, also to understand the challenges with the real-time online system.
Yeah, yes.
So yes, thank you so much. And
thank you very much.
We will now move on. We will have any question answers later on. But moving now on with the learnings from the different parts of the world, I will go to our next speaker, who is Andreas B. Lombardozzi. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not saying your surname properly, but I'm trying my best. From CertLink Systems, and he will speak to us about the emerging best practices presentation on the successful strategies, challenges in Vanuatu and Kiribati. But let me, before that, introduce him shortly. Introducing him shortly is a little difficult, but I'll try my best. So Andreas is originally from South Africa, born economic development specialist, working mainly in Vanuatu and Kiribati. He resides in Australia with his academic work focusing on transparent integration of commodity value chain architecture in the Pacific. As a founding partner of African Pacific, he has spent more than 25 years working in the Pacific, inspired by his strong belief that smallholder farmers are at their core, agriculture entrepreneurs whose ability to create wealth is still hampered by various forms of colonial legacy and its remaining unconscious bias in the international market and supply chain. His work emphasizes on the creation of an organic economy, a society deeply rooted in ethical exchange and distributive justice through vibrant, diverse, and transparent ecosystems for farmers, service providers, and the market. So, Andreas continues still to work with African Pacific, a company he founded in 1998. He's also a director of Lionfish Vanuatu Limited, the company managing the grower group expansion in Vanuatu, and is a partner in CertLink Systems, a cloud-based integrated certification and trading system to assist grower groups, governments, and private sector effectively manage certification in the Pacific Islands. So I welcome, the floor is yours, Andreas, and you have 20 minutes to cover all your expertise. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Shamika. I will go to share screen. I need to thank Jay, Dr. Jay. I really need to thank you for that presentation, because I can reduce my, sorry, 1 second. I can reduce my presentation to about 2 minutes. Wow. Simply because I can now summarize it as basically CertLink is TraceNet, but see, there we go. CertLink is TraceNet, but the difference is that we created farmer profiles in the same kind of system, which empowers the farmers to actually hold their information and compare information and learn from that real data that's actually being uploaded. Whereas in India, it seems to be a government system. This system is an online open source system that can be shared in various bodies. So that was a great little introduction for me. I thank you very much for that. I think what I will do is I will emphasize the history of it less, and focus more on comparing maybe the database systems at the end. But one of the things that really inspired me to really understand how we can improve farmer livelihoods, especially in the Pacific, which is a very diverse region, lots of small populations. Something I realized when I got there, I mean, in Vanuatu, for instance, every single development challenge that can exist does exist. And I believe that if I could do my PhD model that I was doing in South Africa at the time, if I could do that in Vanuatu, well, at least if it was functional, we would be able to solve other issues, or at least share our learnings as we are doing today. So the key for me is always that I believe the indigenous agriculturalist is by nature an entrepreneur. I think through the colonial legacy that has been misrepresented in many ways. And then, of course, as we move towards the more modern era, we've moved along politically, but we're creating this colonial bias still sits in the structure. And we try to figure out economically and from an economic theory point of view, how we could break that shackle. And so when we started the business 26 years ago, we were really focused on the fair, ethical, and sustainable. And in terms of this ethical community, organic certification was a prime focus on how we could manage to certify the values that we believe from a company perspective. So today, 26 years later, we've had a lot of success in terms of financial innovations, changing how the supply chain is managed. One of the things that I'm not sure how it is in India, but at least in the Pacific, from a development point of view, we tried to have the farmer do the planting, looking after the plantations, and then also doing the value add. That is a very old school development model. So we're not breaking down the supply chain. We're letting the farmer do everything. And we looked at this and felt that there is a lot of that colonial legacy still, that the farmer needs to do everything to earn that extra dollar. And the new way we wanted to look at things is really focusing on a very specialized farmer, and allowing the farmer to really work the paddock more and get a return for his crop rather than try and value add on farm as well. We did a lot of financial innovations, including superannuation accounts for farmers. We focused on delivering farm gate services, of which certification is one of them. And we strongly believe that organic certification is the most decentralized and diverse value add. So the question for us was always then, okay, how do we get value out of it from a farmer's perspective? Where, for instance, with copra, that's a lot we dealt with in the beginning. You have a low volume, low value crop, and that can at times not really give a return on organic certification in terms of the cost, because we have a very diverse group. We have lots of islands, so it's a very small grower group or smaller farm networks within our certification. And as such, we had to find this model on how we could cost effectively create value through organic certification other than just the premiums. So as you can see, the Pacific is the very, very large area. It covers the third of the Earth's surface, basically, and is 40 times the size of India, with a 100th of the population. So in a way, whereas we in the Pacific have to go bigger in terms of our group management, because we have so many smaller groups on smaller islands. For instance, like Vanuatu is 83 islands. It's sometimes difficult to get a big grower group together. So they are spread. If you look at the slide, we have growers in Malo, Malekula, Maivo, Epi. So there are lots of island groups in which the farmers are organic, and how do we manage them? And again, it came, which I'm really enjoying after Jay's presentation, we've come to the same conclusion, right? Real-time online database that allows a real-time track and trace of all the requirements under the ICS. Our ICS standards are also quite similar to Jay, what you said. It becomes quite strict. The only difference is that we have what we call farm network managers, or trained at internal auditor level, and we have an internal auditor for every 25 to 50 farmers, which creates a farm network, but we have multiple farm networks in one certificate. and we run them under product code as well. So you can have farm networks that have different crops so that they can work under the same ICS. If you look at, for instance, Kiribati, it's quite amazing. I mean, it is the largest exclusive economic zone in the world. It only has a population of about 120,000, and you can fly from Fiji on the east 3 hours to get to the one side, and you fly from America on the other side to get to the western side. So it's a massive area with a population of only 120, 33 atolls. So in India, you've created Transnet because you've got lots of small grower groups that need to be managed at a very high level. We have the same issue in the Pacific, but it's just very small grower groups based on islands of a very large area. So if we look at Vanuatu as well, I mean, I'm quite proud to see that we have the largest organic land under organic management. It's taken us a while to get there, and we're seeing that again through this online system, CertLink, that we can manage certifications quite easily, as long as our farm network managers and our internal operators are operating at a level. We then have a compliance unit within the grower group as well that manages the compliance through CertLink. So the CertLink system actually becomes the compliance system for the grower group. We train annually, and we try and bring everybody up to an internal auditor standard so that we all can operate the compliance at an equal basis. Now, the organic capital side, that was really important from our point of view, because if you look at a commercial situation, you really want to try and bring value at farmer level. So we've always had this upside down pyramid as part of our modeling, and where the grower sits on top of the pyramid, and then if there is any trickle down effect, it will work towards the exports rather than the grower being underneath and being a price taker rather than a price setter. So in order to then achieve that, it was really key for us to bring transparency. And in order for that transparency to succeed, we had to bring the farmer to the forefront of the system. And so when we built CertLink, it was always about creating farmer profiles that will allow the farmer to have a tool in which he can track his or her own information, the plots, the farms, the size, production, and we have in-out balance live, similar to what you've suggested in TraceNet. So this was my initial, most probably after 10 years, my initial PhD system of what was required within the organic system and the feedback loops. But it was really key to, and it is still the key for us, is to focus on the farmer and to make sure that they can be accessed by the client. So another thing similar to TraceNet, which I've learned today, was that through CertLink, every single farmer has a profile that is to the public facing, and a QR code. So you can get in touch with any farmer within the grower group and contact them directly on his or her mobile. So that again allows that farmer to feel that they are no longer locked as a prisoner on their island. Even if there is organic certification, there is a exposure to the market. So the whole idea in this process and creating this organic capital by creating these farmer profiles was to really create competition in favor of the farmers. Yeah. So that was the most important thing. So from a perspective that we were looking at. So just a little bit of few slides on how that development took place. Try to figure out how to create this system, always revolving around the grower, and trying to link government, business, trade relations, export markets towards the grower, and have an interaction between the various people. So for CertLink, for instance, we now have government agencies that also act as internal auditors, and we can share that data with them by creating a portal for instance, the Vanuatu Bureau of Standards, or in the terms of Kiribati, the quality division, so that they can check the quality as well that has been set through the system. So just allows me to quickly come to some of the screenshots that just to give you an idea of how CertLink works. So as I was saying, we have the farmer profiles. The farmer can log in. Any auditor can log in. So every IA and every external audit is coded so that internal auditors can work along an audit code, and so can external auditors. Every farmer has a QR code. So when the farmer delivers product, that QR code is scanned, that profile comes up, and data can be entered live by the buyer or by the warehouse. We also have all our maps live, so every one of the farmers' plots can be tracked. They're online on a Google map. We have schedules for tree densities. Through these tree densities, we work out potential yields. And then through those potential yields, we have that live in our balance. Every single batch for each farmer is tracked. And again, this information is good for farmer, but it's also good for the internal auditor and for the external auditor. So it's combining this information in the best possible way to create value at every level, at a farmer level, at an internal auditor level, but also at an external auditor level, because it will allow the external auditor to see what is missing or what documents are not available, so that all documentation required for any sale is stored on CertLink, and all that information can be checked, so that in the remote areas, for instance, in the Pacific, an auditor is able to do a complete desk audit prior to leaving the office. So we always say that makes auditing much more pleasurable. It's basically going for a walk through the garden and witnessing farmers rather than checking the paperwork, because that will all have been already documented prior to entry. So sales are tracked as well on each profile. So the farmer, of course, also has all his sales available to him. That will allow him to go to the bank and use it as a negotiable tool in terms of loans or wanting to expand his business. And then the second slide here is our farm network managers. They can enter all the information under IA. They've got all their growers in their farm networks in their portal, so they can check that online at every level. Then again, for our internal auditors, they can log into their own profile and they can upload the internal auditor information directly. For the certifier portal, basically, that we see below here, all that information is available. Gaps in that information, if there's any gaps, as you can see there are some of the information is missing, that can easily be visually understood by any auditor looking through the profile or looking through the land management system. Basically, with what it allows CertLink to do is also to basically have 100% information guarantee, that when we present farmers to audits, we can eliminate all of those farmers that have not completed all the documentation required to go to audit, which again reduces the risk for the grower group certificate, which, as we do it, we want to move to the maximum farmers that we can under EU, so that we can save costs, given that having lots of small certifications would be a high cost under external audits. So yeah, I mean, again, it's been really interesting for us, this presentation, to see how similar what is happening in India and what is happening in Vanuatu, or in the Pacific, so different approaches to, or so different in regions, but similar situation and similar networks that have been developed. So yeah, I think the most important thing for us really is just always putting the farmer at the top and really trying to understand this concept of these, the organic as a philosophy, and how do we use that philosophy and the movement to continue to improve the prosperity of farmers in the system. So yeah, so to finish off, the organic premium that a farmer owns is the incentive in terms of financial, but the farmer data can be converted into organic capital, and that gives the grower group a lot of opportunity in terms of building, at least from our perspective in the Pacific. We believe that creating this organic capital facilitates growth, it facilitates equity, financial equity and equality. It improves the care because you're creating a community in which farmers can compare, and they can meet online and they can compare over different islands. So there's a lot of opportunity there to share. And it supports the organic movement and the philosophy that we believe in. So yes, lots of things we have in common, more than what I thought. The coconut tree is common to both India and the Pacific in many ways. And I hope we can continue to learn and share from each other. And I really appreciate the time and the opportunity to present. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Andreas. It was wonderful. You made all the story of comparison within time. So that is amazing that you have achieved.
First time
Thank
in
you
my
a lot
life.
for that. Yes. And also having India and the Pacific being so different, still having so many commonalities and the challenges to solve together. I think it was wonderful to know that. And now, actually, we had a next speaker from Tanzania, but she is unfortunately not able to join because of her Wi-Fi is broken down and the mobile data doesn't allow her to connect somehow. So she's still trying, but unfortunately, then we will skip her for now. And then we will go to the next speaker, who is Devesh Patel. And Devesh Patel, I know him since long time now, but he is the president of One Gujarat Farmer Producer Co-op Limited in Gujarat in India. And he will speak to us about the emerging best practices that they follow on their cooperative and share the challenges and the success stories from his side. But before giving the floor to him, I would just briefly introduce him. So Devesh Patel is a dynamic organic agriculture entrepreneur with a background in information technology and founder of Sattva Organic. Also a second generation organic farmer and pioneered Gujarat's first organic farmer producer organization. He has proven expertise in sustainable farming practices, value chain development, and farmer empowerment, having supported hundreds of farmers through innovative leadership and grassroots engagement. He is recognized with several national and international awards for contribution to organic farming and processing technologies, with a strong commitment to environmental sustainability and ethical enterprise. So I will not take much time, but hand over the panel to Devesh ji. The floor is yours. You can unmute yourself. Yes.
Thank you, Samika ji. So I am sharing my screen. Is it okay there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
So this is my first slide. And we are talking about today about the organic certifications and the challenges and kind of many farmers are adopting, not adopting different perspectives about the certifications. But I will share my story kind of two part. First part, I will share my past experience and how to work in my farming. And the second is we get the opportunity about the and after the certifications and the market. So if I want to tell you, my name is Devesh Patel and I'm belong to Gujarat Anand. This screen is representing my scenario as I am a farmer, I am an engineer, I am a kind of agriculture scientist, and I'm working with the farmers with the market. So the one screen, the telling one story in one screen. So I got organic farming as a gift from my farmer, because my father started organic farming since 1992, and I come that the farm since 1999 as per my age and experience. So I'm talk about my organic farming. We got attached emotionally as our organic sector, and due to there are some influence emotional attachment, and I come to organic farming. But when I telling you, when I come to organic farming, I would like to say that the emotional attachment, that's why I accept my organic farming. There are lot of emotions but that time, but I will tell you three emotion, most of things which I am still working for that. Uh, First thing first, earth is our mother, and mother should not be poisoned. That is that is my first emotion. Second was uh, if the earth is my mother, my love and my gratitude will increase as when I work with my soil, as I think my mother. But if I will see as my another woman and my wife, then of course love will increase, gratitude will increase, but parallelly lust will also increase. So that's why we understand the mother is our earth. Third thing is, as we eco farmer, this is my social responsibility to I have feed the toxic free food for the coming generation, to the earth, to the nation, to my country. So my family thought that such a kind of emotions through that we come to the organic farming. I starting farming the emotionally, but when I get the more responsibility increase in my life, when I come to the organic farming, I understand the emotion alone not enough. Science is also needed in my life, in my farming. So that was my past, but still we are working with the scientific approach, and I was work with many farmers, many organization, the government, the university. Then I was upgrade in my scientific agriculture, and I learned how to move forward scientific agriculture. So I use right now the dynamic organic farming. I move forward to the scientific approach, and I still success in my organic farming. As I consider myself organic scientific farmer, that farming level, I'm still working, but the biggest challenging is the selling. And our economics was not sustained. So I understand why I'm not getting the market. So when I went to the retail consumer and to the industries, the market and has understood it is a requires a traceability and authenticity with the certification. So after I'm the pioneer farmer in the Gujarat, worked since 1999. But parallelly, we applied the certification in 2007, approximately. Yes, 2007. So I growly my agriculture with the help with certification still up in the continue farm and processing certification with the 2007. Certification is very complicated system for a farmer. What kind of farmer, if you are scientifically, ecologically, or what kind of you farmer, but when you are working with the certification, it is a little bit challenges with the documentation process and like that. So certification is very complicated system for a farmer, no matter how many years has been the doing it, because as to pay much attention to agriculture as to keep it up and updating. When we are working with the input management, farm diary, as per the sir, processing, harvesting, labor management, input management, packaging, consumer demand, government laws as per the new strategy and standard. So if you have a do all of things along with the certification, then I think you are such a farmer who has the following practical and theoretical model together. So I have been learning from all of this experience, and every year, and I'm still learning with the farming ecosystem and certification. The documentation process challenging, For the common, the all farmers. Secondary, the all data uploading the traceabilities right now, because the government systems are mandatory for the TC. If you require selling for the TC, the TraceNet traceabilities must be required, and many farmers don't understand how to upload the documentation and that kind of things. So when in our nation, the first generation farmer and second generation farmer, because of them, they're updating them as the technology systems. It's the biggest challenge. If we third generation and second generation, the possible the many kind of organization helping, and also the government YouTube videos are helping, but they do not want to study their all of things. If I tell another thing about myself, the attention I give to the farming. So along with the all of pay attention small things like biodiversity, green buffer zone, uh, irrigation management, my cleaning storage, uh, handle with extra fuel energies, kind of things. So I have to do because of my responsibility. But along with that, if I want to market it, which economic system is our country, there we do not get revenue feedback, due to which is get back benefit all the hard work. So I would like to say one more thing here. If we are in a company, or if we are we so in market in the company, then they have a good enough staff for the system and department who handle the certification documentation and the compliances and the any kind of in organic system. But when we are farmer, then we have a take care of all of organic certification, farming, buffer zone, farm management, contaminantal, etc. So one man, one army is the biggest challenging for the one organic farmer. So also we feel proud of this. We have also take care, and we got right working in one model. So I have been renewing my certification for so many years, and I have seen lot of challenges. I have faced many challenges. I have learned a lot of. I have to change it myself. But when I face competition market, we all farmer disappointed with many type of markets and our hard work along with this. So while working the with nature, we farmers also have the face natural disaster also. So this is also the difficult part. One is the farming, and part two the certification, part three the marketing. So uh, that kind of facing many times of the farmers. So today I am a successful farmer and entrepreneur, and I am progressing slowly. But when I getting the benefit other farmer, we are also getting the interested certifications to sharing the experience in our organic groups. We're helping them. We sharing the what kind of challenges if we are understanding. So if we have issues, then we inform in our government department and epidas if they are sharing the technical and practical, that we are in our FPOs, the management, all of things. So farmer extension activity when we needed help down to the earth level. Uh, Excuse me, just uh, uh, this is my organization, and uh, this is our registered office, our farmer certifications and farmer authorities, and what kind of like our total address and phone number and email address. About our organic group certifications and our FPOs, Farmer Producer Organization, we are a leading certification organization, and our main facilities to providing the market B2B and B2C. There are a lot of farmers. Still, we have 430 farmers working with us, with which is the shareholders, and we have right now 45 women and 2 women in our board member. So we have a 21 board member and 2 women are in our board member. So these are the our FPO strength. We are working with the processing, branding, packaging, and market opportunities with export opportunities. Also, we have one innovations blockchain method in our FPO. So we are when we are doing a business with our market and export, we have a blockchain and we have all of traceabilities data in our organic farmers. So that blockchain data will show that the traceability with our market system. So that's why we are connecting a global platform. Uh, so still these are the our cold storage facilities, and we have a processing unit. Still we have a 347 hectare currently under the certified organic farmers, and under the conversion 200 hectare are still continue in under the second and third conversion processing. This kind of our organic productions. So these are the first our FPO under the working a blockchain, and so always every month and quarterly we are working with our farmers, and as per required we have a lot of districts, and we are working with the farmer with the certification training, and if they have any kind of issues on farm level or theoretical document level, we have some expert in our Gujarat government, so they are working with us, and we are follow for that process and we solve that problems. There are many farmers are working, and the another FPOs are visit, and we are giving the training for that. Uh, we are working with the biofac since 2021. So we have some women farmers in our FPOs, and we are working with that. So these are our marketing experience with participation under the organic market. Excuse me, just hold it. I think this is the slide. I'm confused. Just give me a little bit. Yes, it is. So we have given opportunity that the since working with the Innofo and IPD. So we get the opportunity since we are working with this level. We received the invitation from the Innofo and IPD, the Germany, as the international platform, and we had a full support and guideline for the office. So we had complete the different task in every day the international platform, so that the pictures we get the training every week with different tasks, and we are given to how to work with export market, how we face the challenges, and prepare the solve kind of process in the export market. So with this kind of information, we are getting ready for the biotech Germany. Uh, yes. After the documentation, we did cross verified through the authentic verification, and they come in our check the all our parameters, and they fulfill our documentations, and we successfully pass all through the categories, and the when we receive the invitation. Uh, we are giving the different task to work on, and we had to be prepared for that. In fact, we even took exam for it, and all are passing that. So we received the invitation Germany and by IPD Innofo after the coming Germany, and we export the first container in our next 6 months. So these are the IPD experience uh, in Germany under the our organic FPOs. So we are wearing our national and our ethical dress code, farmers dress code with the buyer seller meet. Uh, this is the packaging facilities back to our hostels and hotels for the next preparations. And also we get the government recognitions after the our first container under the FPO certification in US, and the second for the Germany. So these kind of recognitions from the government, green signals, green flag from the by FPOs. So my input about the session, this is very simple, and this is not my voice. This is all of the farmer voice as my area. Uh, if the farmer is right, then the system will also, sorry. So the farmer is right, then the system will also have the flexible with him. And yes, we have to see that what level can be made flexible. So when the certification body like Joy, the auditors comes in our farm, we should require very practical things, because you know very well there are a lot of strict systems or bylaws under the government system, but there are many farmers are working with the practical things. So we should expect they allow, they follow, they work with the practical documentation and the process with the farmers, so we can work with the easily in organic certification. So we expect like that kind of certification process in our farm when we come our certification bodies in our farm. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Devesh bhai. I call him Devesh bhai because he is also one of our managing committee members in another organization. But it is wonderful to hear you here in this journey of because it's one thing to practice and one thing to present the whole journey on the different aspects from local, national, state level, national, and then export market approaches. So I think it was a great session learning. To start with, we had Jay who gave us a brief about how the systems are there currently in place with the organic certification standards with NPOP and the EU, and then what is the current situation. Then we had Andreas telling us his experiences from the Pacific. Unfortunately, we didn't have Dr. Matima from Tanzania. She kept on trying, but unfortunately, the link didn't work for her with the internet, maybe. But now we heard Devesh Patel, who spoke about One Gujarat experience, and I have seen their journey of growth. So I think it has been a wonderful session to cover up all the aspects, like from the auditor's angle, from the farmer's angle, from a digital tools platform angle. So I think we have achieved, even though there were some mishaps in the beginning of the session, were still able to exchange our ideas and learnings. So, because this is a recorded session, I would also ask if any one of you have any questions to each other. We could open it for 5 minutes uh, because we are still within time. If any one of you have questions to each other.
So just I would like to mention one thing, as Devesh Bhai told, certification is very, very difficult, and it is really it is very, very difficult for farmer to follow. Just I would like to mention that certification system is very simple. Though it is EU, NOP, EU, NPOP, JAS, anything, it is very, very simple. But what happened, what my last 20 years experience said, it is made very difficult by certification bodies and the persons they are working, because everyone's aspect is totally different. Okay, when if I visit your farm and I saw these compost heap, my perspective is will be different. Okay, other certificate auditors, the perspective will be different. Certifiers' perspective will be different. So there should be a common thing how to evaluate these things, okay, with some simple tools. uh, these things make the certification very, very complicated, and the farmers are not really what we can say well aware about the English, the standards and everything, but they are doing the organic farming. Okay, is the just issue of recording the things what they are doing is the only requirement for organic farming. Okay, farmer need not to describe everything what he's doing throughout the year. He has record that thing. That is the only requirement on farm, and that should be verified by the certification body. So definitely the system will become very easy and very smooth.
Thank you, Dr. Jay, for giving this insight into the dynamics from an auditor's perspective. So if there are any more questions, otherwise, then I would like to hand it over to Pratyush Singh ji, who is the AMD program lead, who will give us like a wrap up of this session as well as the next steps going forward.
Yeah, thank you very much, Samika ji. First of all, I would just like to introduce my team here. So my name is Pratyush Ranjan Singh, and I'm the Deputy Team Leader of the Indo-German Cooperation on Agricultural Market Development Project. And I'm joined with my team leader, Eki Hardskroder. He's currently in Germany. Uh, and my colleague, Mr. Gajjan Singh, who looks after all these technical aspects of the project. So, first of all, I would just like to give a very brief overview why we had this technical dialogue. So, as Samika has already mentioned that it's a bilateral cooperation project between the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Regional Identity, Germany, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. Since last 3.5 years, we have been implementing different activities primarily to help and support the farmers to improve their value chains so that they are able to access the international markets. When I say international markets, it was not primarily focused on organics, but we intended to strengthen their value chains in compliance as to the most stringent regulations like the European Union standards, which enable them to enter the export markets. Vis-a-vis helping the farmers, we also had a very structured program to conduct technical dialogues on different themes, starting on traceability, certification systems, good practices, which helps the Indian exporters and the Indian farmers to access the European markets, as well as to understand the, very basic, like understanding the compliances requirements. So we had a series of technical dialogues that we conduct. And with this perspective, we were missing one thing, which was one of the very important aspect was what are the challenges and related to this certification systems in organics. And moving ahead, it was also a demanded, much more demanded topic from our partners. And that was a background that we initiated this technical dialogue. And we primarily focused as the agenda rolled out that we wanted to understand about the regulatory framework of the organic certification system. Then we wanted to learn about the different good practices that are happening across the globe, as well as we also wanted to have a very practical insights about how we can move forward. I think with the sessions that was undergone, it has met all the objectives of the technical dialogue. And I would just, take my last words thanking you all. I understand we had initial hiccups with this meeting, but leaving those things aside, I would really, really like to thank Dr. Jay for of giving us a very broad overview of the NPOP standards, the traceability systems, and the challenges, and the comparison of with Indian NPOP 8th edition as well as the EU systems. So thank you very much, Dr. Jaya, for having a very good presentation from your end. And nevertheless, I would also like to thank Mr. Andrians for his very, very informative session on CertLink. And I think that's a very important aspect, and we can definitely, I was just very curious to learn about if the CertLink system could also be implemented in other parts of the globe, because it gives a very comprehensive and it's a very holistic type of traceability platform, which is, I think, is very much similar to traceability system that we have in India. And thank you very much for your presentations and the information that you provided on CertLink and your very good work in the areas of Vanuatu and Kiribati. And at last, I would like to thank Mr. Devesh Patelji for giving us a very practical insights at the grassroots levels. We sometimes talk, at an academic scale, but it's also very important to understand the practical challenges, how farmers, tend to, address those practical challenges and move forward. So, Mr. Devesi, your practical insights, I think, are very, very useful. And what we will do is that by end of this session, we will make a very composite video and we'll share it with all of you. And we will request you to, the participants who were not able to attend this session today, this video would be disseminated through that video. From the from the project side, Indo-German Cooperation on Agriculture Market Development Project, we would like to thank you for your valuable time, your insights, and all the efforts that you made to make the presentation and bear with us with the initial hiccups and still manage to, do the best that we could. So thank you very much from the bottom of our heart, and we think that we will definitely meet up again in near future.
Yeah.
And at the last, but I would not, I will never forget the great work done by Samika ji. Samika ji has been the instrumental and a node who has been, coordinating with all the, the resource person, the speakers, the participants in the German team. And your moderation is really, really very spectacular. And I think the way the things we have managed, it's really, it's very worthful. So Samika ji, thank you very much for your
Thank you so much.
for all the coordination and help and support to the Indo-German project. And we look forward to connecting with you all again. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Bye.
very much to
Thank
all.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you.